Amongst the myriad warbands of the Chaos Space Marines, there exist tools of murder whose very names inspire terror. Some of these chaos artifacts date back to before the Horus Heresy, before their bearers were corrupted by the whispers of the dark gods. Others are demon weapons, forged using the essence of demons, and exist only to sow destruction throughout the galaxy. One of which is the Axe of Blind Fury. Bound within this fabled power axe is the essence of a greater demon. It raged against its eternity of servitude, resulting in a grievous violence against the enemy and sometimes its owner or his allies. The Black Mace. This malefic mace is said to have been cursed by each of the demon primarchs. One who is struck by it instantly collapses into a mouldering pile of bones, while the curse spreads in a deadly shockwave to all those foes of the dark gods in the vicinity. Blade of the Hydra. Long ago, this oversized chainsword was of purely ceremonial use, since the demon prince Goral of the Nine Sundered Souls was bound inside it. However, the blade has been a fiendish tool of destruction. Those with a will strong enough to control its multiple thirsting mindsets can cause the sawtooth blade to shimmer into not one but several swords that gnaw and gnash with an immortal hunger. This artifact is only available to the heretic Astartes of the Alpha Legion. Bliss Giver. This long-tongued whip or slender blade can render those who feel its sting insensible with indescribable pleasure. Even those who put aside gratification for a greater duty find the oaths and promises forgotten, washed away in a tide of sensation that drowns the mind completely. So it is to feel the kiss of Slanesh, though their lives are cruelly torn away almost immediately afterwards. For a few short moments, they truly know ecstasy and agony entwined. This artifact is only available to the heretic Astartes of the Emperor's children. Brass Collar of Borgasta. This collar of heavy brass is the bane of sorcerers, for bound within it is a greater demon of Khorne that despises magic. A psyker with the temerity to unleash eldritch power near this relic finds his mind screaming with pain. Moments later, the empiric energies he has conjured into being are turned back upon him in a raging inferno of hot white flame. Those who succumb are immediately sucked into Khorne's realm, there to die 1,000 times over. This artifact is only available to the heretic Astartes of the World Eaters. Claws of the Black Hunt. These vicious hooked talons have spilled the blood of thousands of victims since their creation in the Soul Forge, worn by their master of the Black Hunt, a vicious ritual that precedes the greatest of Night Lord's invasions. They are so encrusted with gore that they're almost black. This congealed fluid is so thick it cannot even be seared away by the vicious energy field that runs about each claw. This is seen by some as a clear sign of a gory blessing from destructive gods. Even when the wielder swipes the air near a foe, not quite making contact, the victim's armor and flesh still mysteriously part, as if slashed open by a fierce and invisible beast. This artifact is only available to the heretic Astartes of the Night Lords. The Cursed Crozius. This artifact was once the rod of office for a founding member of Loga's chaplains, one of the first of his kind to be sent into the Legion's Astartes in order to watch for signs of sedition. In truth, it has always been the weapon of an arch-traitor. The wielder of the Cursed Crozius is instilled with all the knowledge they need to slay the loyalist thralls of the Corpse God. This artifact is only available to the heretic Astartes of the Word Bearers. Eye of the Night. One of the artifacts used by Abaddon to take command of the dreaded Blackstone fortresses during the Gothic War, the 12th Black Crusade. The Eye of the Night is an obsidian crystal of unknown origin. The slightest caress of the Epan beam it can unleash causes machines to suffer massive power failure or catastrophic internal damage. Not even the thickest armor can resist its malignant touch. This artifact is only available to the heretic Astartes of the Black Legion. Eye of Tzeentch. The Eye of Tzeentch is a relic that has been exposed to a wild psychic energies for 10 Terran millennia. Sorcerers who stare into the artifact's unblinking depths can glean the secrets of the warp and use such knowledge to focus their own eldritch powers, enhancing their scope and potency. Flesh Metal Exoskeleton. The flesh metal exoskeleton so prized by the Eye of Terra's warp smiths, bound with the wearer's war gear and anatomy alike, so that they embody the maxim iron within, iron without, in a quite literal sense. A blade that manages to penetrate his armor will blunt itself on the hardened flesh beneath, and those enemies that somehow deal the warrior significant damage will see their adversaries' cabled muscles reknit in a frenzy of silvered fibers until they are rebuilt as strong as ever. This artifact is only available to the heretic Astartes of the Iron Warriors. The Fist of Decay, said to have been gifted by the Lord of Decay himself. The mortal that bears this symbolic weapon is a herald of contagion and physical example that none can resist the inescapable grip of decay. The Fist of Decay is a power fist that can only be used by a servant of Nurgle. Zal the Wrathful. Only Khorne's most incensed warriors can wield this sword. A demon of such unrestrained anger, Zal was bound within this blade to give a purpose to the demon's endless fury. Now the demon's anger ebbs and flows like a tide of gore, sink to the wrath of its wielder. This relic can be used as a power sword or a hell-forged sword used by demons.